But as with all biblical questions, it's important to look at the context. So if you start reading John 14 from the beginning, Jesus begins talking about he's going away because he will be dying and resurrecting, ascending. So he's preparing his disciples. So he's going away, but he tells them, if you know me, you've known my Father. And so Philip asked, well, show us the Father. And Jesus said, how can you ask that? The implication is God is an invisible spirit. The only way you would see him if he manifests himself in some form. So then he goes on to Philip, have you seen all the things that I've done, all the works that I've done? And of course, you can think of healings, casting out demons, forgiving sin, miracles, raising the dead, and not merely that he would call on God to do these things, but by his own power. He's commanding dead people to rise, and he's healing the sick. He's casting out demons. He's calming the forces of nature. He's multiplying food, creating for 5,000, turning water into wine, things that only God can do. And he's saying things that only God has a right to say. And so he said, well, if you can't believe my words, believe the works, and you'll know that the Father dwells in me, and he's doing the works. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And then he goes on to say, I'm going to leave, but I'm going to send another comforter. But then he explains the Spirit of truth. The world doesn't see him, doesn't know him, but you know him, for he dwells with you, but shall be in you. Well, now he's really saying this other comforter is not another spirit or another person, but it's me in another form. So, because who did they already know? It was obviously Jesus. Who did they see? Jesus. So he was basically saying, I'm going to ascend to heaven, so you won't have me in the flesh, but I'll come back in the spirit. So you'll have me in the spirit. I won't be with you, walking along the road. And if you need help, you got to call me and I'll come over and lay hands on you, but I'll be in you. So at any time, anywhere you pray, and in my spirit can move upon you and heal you or whatever needs to be done. So, and then he makes it clear in John 14:18, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. So he's very clearly saying the Holy Spirit that will come is going to be me coming in spirit form to dwell in your lives. And then